Hello class. The following are Chapter 1 key points that you should know when preparing for your quiz. Make sure that you understand the penalties for crimes in California are death, imprisonment, and that includes county or state prison, fine, removal from office, and disqualification to hold public office. You should know that crime is a public wrong punishable by the state. A tort is a private or civil wrong punishable by awarding damages to the injured party. We're talking money here. Crimes that are mala in se are considered wrong by their very nature. An example would be murder, robbery, rape, etc. Crimes mala in prohibita are wrong because of a statute against them, say nude sunbathing in public, drunk driving, traffic laws, etc. The term crimen false relates to crimes involving falsification, such as perjury, forgery, etc. Sources of criminal law are English common law, federal and state constitution, federal and state legislature, and appellate courts. Remember, common law is based on folk law or custom and court decisions. Common law was eventually written, codified, and adopted by legislatures as statutory law. Remember, California doesn't recognize common law. We don't have common law in California. Police power of the state relates to authority to regulate in the areas of health, safety, sanitation, traffic, and general welfare. An ex post facto law, which means literally after the fact, is a constitutional concept which prohibits passing laws making an act a crime or increasing penalties after the act has been committed. Substantive law relates to the definition of crime and punishment. Adjective or procedural law refers to the rules of administering the substantive law. In other words, how law enforcement carries out the law. Statute of limitations for a misdemeanor normally is 1 year after the commission or discovery. A felony is normally 3 years after commission or discovery of the crime. For capital offenses, there is no statute of limitation. Okay, now we have the Attorney General represents the government agencies or individuals as their head. His opinions are quasi-judicial in nature, but they don't have the same effect that a court decision has. Remember, this is just an opinion from the Attorney General. They are customarily followed in the absence of a court decision interpreting the law. In regards to history, during the Westminster period, court procedures became more formal. Custom became recognized as law, and precedents became a factor in court decisions. English common law concepts were adopted in America by early settlers who drew up agreements called compacts in which they agreed to govern themselves by English common law. The U.S. Congress and the state legislature are the two most prolific sources of criminal law today. Appellate courts are third. Remember, once again, we don't have common law in California, only statutory law. In other words, it must be written in a code book. All right, venue has to do with the physical location where a case is to be filed or heard. Jurisdiction has to do with the court's legal authority over the matter or subject. For now, that's all she wrote.